Well, hello. Today is Thursday, November 14th, 2019. This is Angela Hooper-Menifield with your HR moment from Menifield and Associates. So today's been a really great day. I'm a little late today. I think it's almost 6 o'clock, so I won't hold you long. Some of you may be about to leave work and have plans for the evening, travel home and whatnot. So today I had an opportunity to help an organization that I've been working with plan their employee staff retreat. I participated with this group before, and so we were brainstorming and trying to figure out, what are those tools and resources that the team needs, because it's really important to, as we've discussed before, have a continuity program. And one of the problem areas that we've noticed that has continued to surface itself is supervisors' frustration with either the HR department or their supervisor. And it's frustration in the area when they want to get rid of someone. Maybe you've been there, right? You have this employee that you just decided is not cutting it, the behavior is not on point, the performance is lacking, and you reach back to whomever, maybe it's the HR department. If you're smaller, maybe you have to go to your supervisor. And you say to that person, you know what, Angela's just not cutting it. I really would like to terminate her. And what ends up happening is you get a resounding no, right? They say, no, you can't do it. And they give you all these reasons why. But what you're hearing is frustration. Because one, it feels like to you as the supervisor that upper management and or the HR department is not supporting you, right? Because they're undermining your wishes. You've expressed this person needs to be terminated. You feel like you've proven that that's a relevant conclusion, yet they say no. I mean, I can't tell you the number of times supervisors have told me they get no support from upper management. They won't uphold their decision. It undermines them. They lose credibility with their team. So what are the common threads that I hear, at least, and you feel free to share what you're hearing, that is the indicator or the why behind the HR department or the higher ups saying no? My experience has been, while that conclusion may be the right conclusion, the organization or the recommending official, so that supervisor, is not able to support that. So what do I mean by that? So as an illustration, they go to the supervisor and they say, Angela's just not cutting it. As I said before, I need to fire her. So the supervisor, the HR department said, okay, show me your notes. Show me your conversations. Show me evidence that Angela was put on notice, or show me some documentation of egregious acts. Things that are so blatant and disrespectful or in violation of our policies and procedures that we don't even need progressive discipline. Show me what you got. And then the room goes quiet. Because you see, that supervisor doesn't have anything. They did have conversations with Angela. They pulled me aside and they talked to me. We talked about improving, but they never followed it up with a letter of caution, letter of reprimand, any type of documentation of the conversation. Just as a follow-up, Angela, I just want to reiterate from our discussion today, yada, yada, yada. So as a result, when that supervisor goes to those higher ups, the reason why they're telling you no is not because they don't believe you. It's not because they don't support you. It's because legally, they know if that Angela in that scenario were to take any type of legal action to fight that decision, Angela would win. And depending on what else is true about Angela, so let's say it's me, Angela. Well, you can look at me and see a few things, right? I'm a minority in a couple of ways. My race, as well as my gender. The other thing that I hope you don't see as obvious, but if you know me, you know it's true. I'm over 40, so I'm protected from the Age Disability Act. So right there are 3 potential claims that I could make if I can just prove there was one person who was not me, so not black, not woman, not over 40, that a similar incident happened in and that person wasn't terminated. Number one, that's part of the problem. The second part of it is just because these things drag out. And if you can't prove it, it's even worse. Because if you fire me and then I proceed with my case and I'm found I have a legitimate complaint, then you got to bring me back. How embarrassing is that? And I've been in places where people have been terminated and then brought back. And so that's where your real credibility is taken. It's not in them telling you no on the front end. See it as a protection for you as the supervisor, as well as a protection for the organization. And you may not be aware of this, but you can also, not only can the organization be sued for what you did, even if you think you're correct, you can be sued as an individual as well. And many companies and organizations will tell you they are not obligated to defend you if someone sues you personally. And so in awareness of that, I want to tell you, while it may be frustrating, you may want to be glad people don't let you fire people without the proper documentation and the proper justification to support that decision. So you're frustrated. What's my solution for you? My solution for you is to go back to the series of videos that I did on documentation, because that is going to help you more than anything else I can tell you in the next couple of minutes that I have left on today's video. Documentation is the key to upholding decisions of termination or demotion and things like that when you have an employee who's not meeting the mark. So again, when your HR department, when your supervisor, whoever that person is, tells you no, you cannot terminate this employee, or no, you cannot demote them, it's not personal. It's not that they're not trying to support you. More times than not, and again, these are all case-by-case basis, we're talking generalities, right? But 9 times out of 10, the reason they told you this was because they wanted to protect you, and if not you, definitely the organization. Because again, your decisions impact the organization. So keep your chin up, do the right thing for the right reasons, enforce the rules even though it may be frustrating. Because if you stop enforcing the rules because you got frustrated, when you begin to want to enforce them again, that's another issue, right? Because there's not consistency in application. And the other thing that judges and arbitrators and mediators look at, past precedents. In other words, what did you do the last time this issue arose? So you need to, and you must be consistent, okay? Does that stuff make sense to you? I hope so. So again, the reason why, which was today's question, your boss or HR won't let you fire your problem employee, is more times than not because they want to protect you and protect the organization. Now, if you need more support in this area, if you need a sounding board, if you need somebody to walk you through some of the logic and how to do these things, I'd love to have you come join us over at the Supervisory Academy and Symposium, right? If you think that's a place for you, your team, to help you grow, we'd love to see you there. You can find us as www.supervisoryacademy.com/launch, LAUNCH. All right, guys, it's almost 9 minutes. I have to go because I have to change clothes. I volunteer over at the New Jersey Performing Arts Center, and tonight I'm volunteering at the Chaka Khan concert. How about that? So anyway, have an awesome day. Tomorrow's Friday. I hope you guys have had a great week. I know it's getting cold in some places. Stay warm, stay safe, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.